Captain's log, day 2. Little disclaimer, hair is very staticky because I just finished folding laundry and some of it was very staticky. Anyways, thank you for the support on my video yesterday. There were a couple things that were mentioned. First, getting a glucose reader. I can't. They're expensive. And insurance won't cover it for me anymore because I am managing without insulin. So it's kind of like give and take. Go back on insulin, you get a glucose reader. Manage without insulin, and I'm kind of out of luck. I have to purchase it myself. I did use the Dexcom 7. At one point in time, my dietitian was able to get me like a free trial. And I have 3 of those left. So I do plan on, since this is a 90-day challenge, using 1 per month, and seeing like how I do for those 10 days in real time. But moving forward, I do have to pay for those. And if you have diabetes, without the help of insurance, a lot of things are very expensive to try and have the right tools to stay alive, which I think is kind of ridiculous. But regardless, I am type 2 diabetes. And I was diagnosed, like I said yesterday, through an eye bleed that I had 5 years ago. So I have advanced diabetic retinopathy. I like to tell my parents, if there's anything that I'm advanced in, why not make it diabetic retinopathy? So I do have that, which, forget insulin injections. I get to go for every month or every other month eye injections, which sounds terrible. It's not as bad as it sounds, weirdly enough. But I also have an amazing doctor who is incredible at making them painless and very fast. But yes, I have type 2 diabetes, and it is interesting, like, I don't know if this is the same for anyone else, but there's a lot of misconceptions around diabetes, and a lot of things that I learned after being diagnosed. There's the thought of, especially if it's type 2, you did this to yourself. And in some ways it's true. I'm not gonna lie. I love pancakes and ice cream. I live up north. Ice cream is our thing. Waffles, desserts, you name it. I used to consider myself more of a baker than a cook. And then that flipped when I needed to start making healthier meals for myself. But it's not all our fault. It's not all because of that. It is genetic. And after discovering that I'm diabetic, I learned that like 75% of my family also is. I thought it was just one family member. Turns out, no, there's a lot. And funny enough, the Italian side, which, in Italian, especially in American Italian, we love our carbs. Anything from garlic bread to pasta, pizza, all of that. So, in fact, some of the advice I got from my family after being diagnosed was mix in the regular stuff with, the healthier stuff. If you want pasta, mix spaghetti squash with pasta. And that's cute in concept, but in my mind, that's like, you might as well rip the Band-Aid. But also, like, to me, it's like you're just adding spaghetti squash to spaghetti. So I'm not going to do that. I will say, though, in this last 6 months here, where my A1C has gone up, I have made more exceptions in my eating. I haven't been paying as close attention to it And so I can see the direct result of that. Which is why I know, like, if I buckle down, if I get this done, I can absolutely go back to an A1C of 5.3, 5.4, in that range. And even to get to 6 is a good goal for me. But I know that, yes, like my actions, do play into, like, the rise and fall of my A1C with my diabetes. But yeah, I don't think people understand, and I am curious to know, like, if anyone else who has diabetes out there, especially type 2, if they've heard the same thing, like, oh, it's your fault. It's because of something that you did. And a lot of it is genetic. I think depending on how we eat, we can aggravate that. We can make it, come to us sooner. But also, I mean, it's like a timer that your body has that you don't know when it's going to happen or if it's going to happen. Like I said, I didn't even know people in my family were diabetic. Turns out there's a lot of them. Yeah, this is going to be a fun 90 days. I like to see when I can try things and challenge things. Like, I like to see the results come through and quickly. And I know that they will because they have already in the past for me. This morning was the first official start day of this. I got up at 5 o'clock this morning. I went for a walk in 1-degree temperature. It was very cold. I went for a nice 1.5-mile walk and came home, made eggs and toast. I'm excited. I've got some Asian-style tuna salad for lunch, which my girlfriend says is like one of her favorite things that I make for lunch. So maybe I'll put the recipe on here at some point in time if anyone is interested. But yeah, I've got, it's a long day of work today. But I plan to keep up on these, do a captain's log every day for 90 days. And there's a reason why as well, which I'll get into kind of further in. But yes, thank you for the support. Today I'm not able to post any recipe videos. However, I do plan on posting those in the near future here. And yeah, I'm excited for anyone who wants to come along on the journey with me. So thank you and have an amazing Friday.